Okay. How should the lights be? Back up. It was down, it was back up. I just want to, ooh, it's still sandy on the floor, eh? Still sandy on the floor. What would you think this represents? The fiery, where do you get all that fire from? Where do you get this? What is this? This is fire. Fire and air. It is earth. It is all the elements. Without the verb, without the action. This is our minds thinking. This is our mind thinking. Only concentrate on the hair. Only concentrate on the hair. Let me see if I can get that a little bigger for myself. See what it sees when it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, so you know what? I just want to do something. I want to go to here and take away that. Full screen. We have a 6-pack. Yeah, gonna go out and have a 6-pack. Oh yeah, gonna have a 6-pack. Okay. Words. What are words? What are words? What is a story? What is the Torah? What is the Koran? What are the Bibles or the scrolls? What do they mean? And how is it possible, being an English-speaking person, and to what I possibly believe my English understanding is not so good, under the laws and rules and regulations of what is apparently the word in judgment. When you walk into the courtroom, the word is now in judgment. I just want to see where the, if Odyssey is here. Yeah. Let me see. Where is this? Not this, not here. Okay, here it is. So I want to go over some numbers. And I did a video earlier, and I have to cut out some stuff in it. And I need Windows. Let me see if I can find it here. Windows Movie Maker. Movie Maker, that's what it is. Whoop. Movie Maker. Movie Maker. Oh, come on, please. Please. I love you. I love you so much. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I need to be alone a little bit. Please. Please. You can be next to me. You can be right next to me. Right next to me. I still love you. You don't have to be on top of me. I can't do my work when you're there. Okay? But I love when you're next to me. You're so warm and cuddly and squishy. You can stay right next to me. But when I'm doing this stuff, you have to let my mind, yes, my mind has to work. Are you blessing me? Are you blessing my mind? Oh my God, yes, thank you so much. I love you. Go. Go. Be free. Be free, gateway. The gateway. What is it about the... What is it about the cat? I just want to let you know that I want to let you know that I had a protein shake and I had a little help making it. In fact, I didn't make it at all. And the mixture said to me, it ain't going to pass. Anyways, let's see where we can go with numbers. Let's understand polarity. What polarity is? It is a love. It is a polar. How can I show you? Just give me a second. Give me a second. It was right here 1 second ago. It was right here 1 second ago. Just give me a second. For those who do not know who I am, that's okay. Who I am. Who am I? For all those of who I am. Who I am. And where I get my information from, like some of the information I got was from Abbott and Costello, is who's on first, what's on second. I'm not really sure of all of the, what's it called, but the Abbott and Costello playing who's on first. So they're actually, whoever is creating this in arts and entertainment, it's not real. Disregard everything you saw. It's not real. But when you're recording on a cassette, and the cassette is for life, and that life is yours, it is real for movie set. Now the question is, somebody thought about it. Can it happen? Will they act it out in real life? Meaning that everything you see is true and it actually happened the way it did because it was part of the unplanned 24 hours a day. In fact, the day begins when you wake up, sunrise, and the day ends when you go to sleep, sunset. So everybody has a different sunrise and sunset. Could you imagine that if you can imagine that some machine had to move the sun up and down, then that's all the imaginations in the world have to be able to create that. Who I am is created through ho, 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 and rotation. The reason for that, okay, it all begins on one number in roulette, just a single number in roulette. And that single number is I want to find a calculator. I'm just a little thummy. Oh, here's my thing. And I need a calculator. So, hey, I found the cat on this desk over here. You're so nice. Like above, like below. You see, if I took these two squares and I turn this on this angle, see that? See the angle? You see the angle over here? Hold on a second. This is an angle that's on one side. See, if I divided the screen up, I would divide the middle of the screen right over here. So you'd be divided right here. But then the whole thing is, right, here's it's divided right here, but I want to be on both sides. So it becomes like that. And if you want to see it, you'd have a line which would be going down right like that in the center of it. So what you see is 0, 0 is 8. You will now, because the line that goes in the center will now create what you know as the B and the U, depending on the height of that doorway. Complete closure or just slightly open up, I or U. I got my calculator over here. Just give me 30 seconds. I have to go into the kitchen for a minute. I'm just showing you a little piece of art of things that can be constructed. Just give me 1 second. I must have a little. Two magnets. I can't. This is the new energy coming out. Choo-choo, choo-choo, get out of my way. Oh, and I'm going to pick up everything in my way, but I can never get it. Oh, I'm coming faster. I'm coming. Never. I'm going to pick up this one. Oh, my God, you're stuck. What's going to happen? Oh, my God, it's strong enough to push my book. Look, let's see if there's a gap. Pushing the whole book. Magnets. But yet, if I put it on this one, I can't get that off now. But I can now have two magnets. So the question is, if I had a magnet on this side and a magnet on that side, I have four sides. The magnet, take away this post, and you can loop into this post and down and out of the next post. The question is, would I have one on this side and one on this side, or would I put one on this side and one on this side? I don't know, but I'm just playing a game with this. Just get this out of the way. Okay. First, what we're going to do is we're going to try and understand them. I'm going to try and understand. Remember, I'm here because I teach myself. I'm going to reconstruct on what are letters. Where did they come from? But I want to do it towards what a child would see. And to me, a child would see, we have to make this because when we're growing up, this is what a child would see. This is the smallest size that you can create an A with. There is no other way to create an A but to create it this size. Now I ask myself a question. What makes it whole? What makes it half? What makes it whole? What makes it half? When these are the cells. What are the stories that are going to come about? What building language do we use with this? And at the same time, to understand how to read the dimensions of what this is. When this is like this is known in Roman numerals. Okay, in Roman numerals, this is what is 10. But in the alphabet, the X equals, that is a 24th letter position. Unless you're counting from, if you're counting from A to X, unless you're counting from Z to X, then it's in the third position. 27 forever is the alphabetic creation in the doghouse. I'm just making it this size. Whoop. This is the cat, and this is the dog. The cat and the dog. Now, can they get involved together? I don't know. You tell me. So anyways, just playing around with certain things. So anyways, this is the 24th letter. As well, it is number 10. So 24 and 10 come together. Now, is there any number in math in the star system calculation where we can recreate this number over here? And there is. It is number either or 46 or 64, in which is a big communication expression number. It's an expression number because we have CB code, and most of everybody is going 10-4 and 10-19. There's, anyways, the basic they're using is 10-4. Okay, and that 10-4 is right here. This is the expression of 10-4. Here is your 10, and here is your 4. 10-4. But there's two ways to express it. I don't want to lie. There's two ways to explain it. Here it is 10, and here it is 4. So what you saw coming together now was two twos to life. Two twos are ape, 22 for life, 22 for ape, into the EE world. The month of December, the sky pass into the month of December. When did December become the 12th month of the year? 1 and 2 equals to 3. December is a creation within its own of what is the sky pass. If I put these two cubes together, as so, what would be that value that is recreated here and then recreated here? See, that's the halfway juncture. I want to see where I'm going with this. So 55 connected. Yes, this was the month of December. Why is it the pass? The word pass is 55. The word sky is 55. If we do this in French, they will say something else, and this one will be the angel and the painted sky. At the same time, what this creates is the multiplication equals to 5 times 5, 5 plus 5, equaling to 25, equaling to 10. This equation over here, the 25 and 10 total, what is 35? Now, what is 35 is what I began with. I'm not sure if it was in the last video or this video, and it was all about who's on first. Who must be in control, because it's 5 times 3, 15. 5 plus 3 equals to 8. 8 plus 15 equals to 23. The 8th letter is H. The 15th letter is O, and the 23rd letter is W. O, W. O, W. O, W. The silent H. You can say OHW, wash. So this is who. And the total to this, okay, in the creation of adding them all up is, there you go, 23. This is the dividing gates in Mars. The cube tells you so. If we want to find the dividing gate in Mars, we don't make magic. We just look at the cube. So what is the dividing gate in Mars? It is 62. 62. This 6 can also be designed as an H, an N, a Z. In fact, this is the representation of Union Jack, Heinz, the moon, Mars. Not because I say so, but because of the truth. When you look, shine a light right through this, you will create that gateway. Here are the 3 dots. And now you can now create the connecting 7. It is the only 7, and they are the polarities, these two. You will not use these in these formation, but understand them in these formation. That if I was to explain to you, I'm going to jump off and see if I can explain it to you here, that we are going to talk about, is this the one I want to use? Okay, I'll see if I got this right. If I want to, I don't like this formation that I have over here. If I want to talk about from 1 through 9, okay, I must stop at 8 equals to I9. I must stop at 8 and not at 9 because they are the polarities of each other. The next stop within these polarities is the E5, which is created from what is AB and what is GH, 7 and 8, not 9. 9 is in the 5 position, played by the one spirit of creation. 1 moves into 5, and 9 is into 5, and 5 becomes a 14. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. So now what happens is it's right there. And this is from alpha beta creation, which will create CB creation, 3 and 2. That's where my CB codes come in, and that's when the cubes start to enter the understanding in this game. So now what we do next is, so we went 1 to 8. The center is A, E, and I. That's what it becomes. It becomes, so anyways, yeah, it becomes A, E, and I. A, E, and I. That's the way it's laid out. 4 and 4. A to E, E to I, and in between is 3 and 3. So it is 3, 5, 3 in this rotation. Or if I inverted it to where it was C and G and E, okay, it'll be 3, 5, and 7. UNG, UNG, UN gate. Number 35, I'm going to explain to you another thing about number 35. Although it says who, although 35, because it's 35 and U equals to the 360 degrees. So where does 4.25 slip in? Well, I think it slips in when you come onto the throne, because this equals to 17. And that might be something to do with Earth, high Earth. There's high and there's low. We're not going to spell it with the GH. We're going to keep them out of it. That's number 15. This is number 17. We're not going to put the 23W inside of this. We're going to keep it at 27. 17 and 27. And what happens? 9 times 8 equals to 72. 9 plus 8 equals to 17. Created from 1 times 8. 1 plus 8 equals to 9 equals to 8. So just give me a second. I'm going to get something to drink. I'm going to check something on the stove. I'm going to come back. If you haven't, please, 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 I wish you, I'm live. You can ask me anything about what I'm talking about. You can tell me to slow down, explain exactly what I'm doing. I'm showing relationships to numbers. All the numbers are the answers, okay? And then it would be, I mean, for all of us to catch up on lost learning, that if we want to learn more about vibrations and how to create something to make, you know what vibrations do already, right? So by understanding more of the numbers, the alphabet, the way the number system actually works with inside itself, the gears of the number system, where number 84 and number 44 is just a different level, to where 24 is another level, to where 14 is another level, because the level of Venus keeps dropping by 20s. And I'm going to write that down, what happens to Venus. Actually, Venus is number 81. Pluto, I need someone running around finding me some pens. I don't like to run after pens. I think I have to come here prepared. I need it. I have to do it on my own. You know, when I don't want to lose, I can't lose this trend of thought. Can't cook if you don't turn the stove on, right? Hey, girl. I can use like 25 Quadro books, and these pens, I think it's these pens. I hope it's these pens. Let me check. I hope it's them. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Yeah, I get all excited like this because it's part of the realm. Follow the realm. It's like a show. Please tell me, please, please, please. No, it's not these. It's not these. It's not these. Let me see. Pluto. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, so here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. 8 times 4 equals to 32. 8 plus 4 equals to 12. 32 plus 12 equals to 44. Now there's many more levels. There's also inside these numbers. I want to fix my screen. Okay. This is 12, so it equals to 44. So we went from 84. Now we're at 44. Now we're going to take 4 times 4 and 4 plus 4, and we're going to get 16, and we are going to get 08. Remember this. This is our gateway from Venus that comes in and connects over here. Because what happens, you have to understand the French language. This is 81 in French, but they say it. I don't know how to. I think it's like that. And how it sounds? It sounds like 4 times 20 plus 1. That's how they say 81. 16 plus 8 equals to 24. So now we went 84, 44, 24. Where do we, this is 08. The one I use this is 08. Now I'm going to have to go back because I skipped over something. And the thing I skipped over here was that number 64. So we multiplied it, we end up with this, and then this equals to 34. But at the same time, as we get 7, we had our polarities of 1 and 6 come together. 1 is inside the house of addition. 1 is like that. But 6, okay, comes from 6. See this, because the 1 shows up here. You see the way the 6, okay, actually shows up like that. Or the 6 will show up like that, because I need, right? But in reality is I only have 1 dot over here, but I have 1, 2, 3 dots, 1, 2, 3 dots over here. That's how I get my 7. So this will make 34. So that's what is done by the X letter. So if that is done by the X letter, counting it the other way, you will have what is the is it a polarity love? What is in between the 2? Is everything in shared by 2? Right? Have you ever thought of this? A, B, C, D, E. And now on the next line, you go F, E, D, C, B. Because these are, how do these two connect? They connect right here. This connects. This connects right here to where 3 and 4 to the 7th gate of man, and 3 and 4 to the 7th gate of man, where 3 and 4 is 3 and 4. And when so is 2, 6. You will see both of them on both dice. Okay, on both dice you will see 1, 2, 5, 6. The 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, oh God, A and B creates what is E and F. You have both polarities together. If I turn this dice different, okay, you will always have two polarities together, but the polarities you will have when 1 is up, this is when 3 is down or up, whichever one you want. When the 6 is up or down, okay, you are going to have the B, C, D, and E come together, but you won't have A anymore. And when the 5 is up or down, okay, when the 5 is up or down, you're going to have the A, C, A, C, D, F, in which this is your 77, this is your 77. This would create your 5. This was going to create your 8. This is going to create your 8. This is going to create your 6. This is going to create 77. This will create 77. This will create your 6. This is going to create your 8. 3 and 6. Oh, sorry, this is wrong. 3 and 6 is 9. Sorry, that is 9. The answer is 9. It is not 8. Boop, 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 boop. The answer is 9. Here is 5 and 9, 6 and 8. 6 and 8, 6 and 8. So this is where the gateway takes place. This has to do with EIO. This has to do with the clock. They're talking about the clock when A and F are together, and those are the greatest polarities. And when C and D, so this is the greatest and this is the smallest. And this is inside the E worlds. So the numeric values that are in the center of this, it is 2.5. What is the shift? In order to meet at the center, we need to meet at 3.5. So the shift of 2.5 plus 3.5 equals to 6. Or what is 3.5 minus 2.5 equals to 1. So that's the correct polarity. So we're going to have what is 5, what is 2, and what is, all right, 25 is the difference. And the difference over here is, where is it again? Between here, the difference between here is 5. 52.5. That's part of what is the Mayan, part of the Mayan 625. How can I explain that? Anyways, let's not get into that because I can't explain it right now. So what is in between here? Well, it's this. It's these two. 6 and 8 is one gateway. Here is the B gate, and here is the A gate. Here is the A gate. So we have the AC gate and the AB gate, but we don't have the BC gate. Sorry, this is the house. This is the passage between this gate, 77. This is the passage between this gate, 77. What are the different meanings? This is your AC/DC. This is the B world. We go from 2 all the way to 5. This is Earth's heart. This is the spirit that will be created out of this. This is where, once this is created, this is where man got involved. And where did man create it? Man created it right here. I forgot to do this creation. This one's 4, and this one is 10. Wow, there's your 10-4. What is that one over here? This is your standard cycle. This is your A equals to A, 1. This is AB. Well, we can go A, and A. This is equal to B2. So now I can go AB equals to 3, and then I can go ABC equals to 6. So now I have 1, 3, and 6. I'll get with that another time. I've never really done much work on this piece, but this one I have. So the primary cycle, okay, is going to end on here on 6, because once you get to A, B, C, and D, that D will bring the total up to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1, and we have run our first cycle coming back to where we started from. Now, will it repeat again this number? Will it be a full cycle? I'm sorry to say that the next number in this is actually, we can do this. We can add E if you want, and it'll be 6. And then we can put F, which will be the complete polarity if it's on a cube right over here with F. And that F is going to create 3. So 1, 3, 6, 1, 6, 3, 6, 3. So it seems like it went this way, and then it went that way. Now if we go to G, okay, which is adding up the greatest distance, the expansion, and we add 7 to this, and the answer would be 1. So you can see we went from 1 to 6 to 6. And then we went from 1, then we went over to 3, and then boom, we went over to 3. And then we went back over to 1 where we began, and boom, what is in between all of them? 3 and 3 in rotation. We have to understand our numbers and how they work, I believe. So what does this say? This is where number 24 comes in. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 will create this. Are there any other situations that will create this? And do not only take it as 86, 68, but understand it as 98 and 89. If it is and it looks and I'm a child, then that's what I see from where I am. And it is what it is. We are going to go back over here where I started to explain what this is. If I take this to the next level in multiplication and addition, it'll equal to 0, 7, and 12. What this is every time I get a 0, there's many formations of zeros. I just came up with one today. I loved it. So this has a 0 implication, or an O, because here's a 1 dot. And for the work I do, I like to say that this is square, this is 9 areas. This is square, this is 9 areas. Your telephone, the ATM, and push button phones, and that's the way we're working. So I'm a child and I'm working that way too. So I will go 0. And what 0 is around 1, that means there's always 9. Always 9. Always 9, 27 forever. 9, 9, 27 forever. 9, 9, 27 forever. 9, 9, 27 forever. And because 2 times 7 equals to 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 9. Number 27 is Venus. It is the gate in Venus. I spoke a little bit earlier about number 8. About number 8 and 6. I always count my 0 for 6 because it only lights up 6. From the Venus world, you get to be Venus. I don't know how it's put together, right? The expansion of the Venus world, right? Maybe you come from the Venus world and you're going into a new one of Venus's worlds, right? What I'm just going to say is that what happens now if I go 0, 7 and all zeros were 6, I'm now going to go 67 and 87. So now it's going to tell me in the heavens, and this is the 9 birth, the 6th light in the 7th gate, the half-life. So how do we want to look at the half-life? Do I look at it like this? Or can I say, look at this? This one over here. Okay, that's diced up into quarters. This one over here will be diced up into quarters. This is number 5. This is number 5. This is number 7. The moon, 5 and 7. This is the only cube you can create the minus. You can't actually create a minus in it, right? You can create a minus in another cube. If I take off the corner here on the top right of the 5, I'll be taking off that dot. But you know what's funny? You see this one over here? Right? There's nothing on the other side. It's only on this side. So we have to understand the placements of these dots. See what I'm saying? You lift it up. There's only a dot on one side. So there's no dot here, no dot here. I lift it up. Look at that. What a good guess, eh? Because I knew the 1 was up or the 6 was up. And if the 6 is up, right, and you see the 5, top left, bottom right, top, let me see, hold on a second. Top right, bottom left. Top right, bottom left. So that's when the 6 is up, right? Let me see that again. Left, right. Anyways, the egg is 5, 7, 7. 77 is the Christ. 77 will create 14 and 49 equaling to 63. But as 36, okay, and by the way, as 36 or 63, which will equal to 18 and 09, there's certain numbers that create perfection. Number 27 creates perfection. 27 is a 2 dot and a 7 void. So I'm understanding if I'm looking at this at 27, and if this is reality, that means when I say I'm into my 20s, okay, that means I'm talking about my voids. So if I'm into my 30s, I'm talk about my voids. So my 30s, the house of 30 is 36. The house of 20 is 27. It is 27 and 20. Okay, the house of 10. Is that what the house of 10? Yeah, the house of 10 is that's pretty funny. This is the house of 20. This is the house of 10, and all I get is 18. I get 9. I don't get 10. I don't get 20. I put it together, the house of 10, I get 18. We're going to take a 2-minute break. I know you just showed up, but me, I've been here 43 minutes. If you have any questions, you want to ask me something, I'm going to going to be bringing out the numeric value for the months, the colors that go with it. Why is it important? Well, let me tell you something. I don't know. Because to me, everything is important. Why is it important? Yeah, I actually do know. Through diagnostics, Gnostics, if life was created through some sort of gears, everything moves in gears. Everything, in order for the gas to get into the motor, in most cars, the pistons open up, the gas goes in, it burns, the crankshaft turns, the exhaust goes out while more gas is coming in. There's so many things going on. Well, there's a lot of things going on in creation, in numbers, things that we'd say, well, big deal. Well, you can say big deal because you're not interested. But if you are interested, and this is true, we can build a machine that can talk, that can talk. Our numbers and our letters will talk to us. It'll tell us stories if we create the program. The numbers through games, sports, baseball, football. Okay, I'm alone right now, taking 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Look at the clock. Give me a minute. I'm going to be back in a minute. Back in a minute. Back in a minute. Be back in a minute. Okay. Okay, let's get back to what's going on. Good evening to everybody. I should always start with I think I should start always with a prayer now. And one of my prayers is praise God from the north, the east, the west, and the south, from the inward and outward spirals. Amen. Basic creation. Know that they're there, but do it with a little compassion. You can go out there and say, hey, oh God, yeah, I love you. You know, I really want to kiss you. You know, you can come out there and say that. But if you don't speak with compassion, and the deepest of all compassion for that I think is just that when that moment for prayer sits upon you, bow your head, cover your eyes, and feel that vibration. Within that vibration, within inside your body, okay, within inside your mind, you will fabricate an illusion, something you will see that will be so. For me, the art is amazing. And let me take a look at, yes, no one here on Mr. Tagpan's Morse Deco. How is everybody? I seem to have lost my camera somewhere. Okay, so let me get back to where we were. I hope nobody's lost. I'm going to continue from where I was. I think I was talking about number 81 at one point, explaining how the French call it 4 times 20. The French say 4 times 20. 4 times 20 plus 1. This is the way the French say 81. So right away, they've broken up everything into pieces. But, you see, it's not the same thing for 60. It's not the same. 60 is one word, and 60 is brought into the future. Okay, when it comes to the gateway, it comes to the gateway, okay, within the light, because the light is passing. I'll explain this in a minute. So what happens here is this is what they call now. I'm going to have to look up on my. I'm going to look up here, and I don't like to do that. How to write 70 in French. I don't like to do that. There it is. 70. Okay, it's not AIDS. It's not AIDS. How do you say? Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Can you see the camera? Hold on. 80 in French. Hold on a second. How do you write 60 in French?
In French, you would say 60.
Okay. How do you write 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100? Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that copy. Where did I go? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to paste. You cannot stay here. You cannot stay here. Come on, come on, come on. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There you can stay. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to take Kamate Kri. Oh, that's not what I wanted to write. Okay. Hold on a second. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. In spelling. Oh, forget it. Okay, forget it. We're just going to continue on. I'm going to jump off over that. Just get rid of that. Okay. So we have 70. So we're talking about 60 when we get to 70. So we're going to mention 60 again. So what it is for me, what it is because of basic creation of ABC, which if you were in a race, it would be first, it would be second, and it would be third. And for me, it says standard. ARD is added on. The R letter, the 18th letter, in which is in the cube, it is right there. It is 1 and 8. It is what makes up 9 of 16. It is what makes up 9 of 16 because this edge over here is 3 that are never counted, but I don't want to get into right now. So if you count the edge, okay, if you count the edge, on the edge, we're going to make 3 actually in here. 1, 2, 3. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. And then you have 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4. There's 3 inside, and I think there's on the edge. Anyways, I don't want to get into that either. I'll show you what I mean. We have 9. Now, it's inside, but we're not using up the right amount of space. But if I did have to use up this minimum space for 9, I would have 4 squares. And I would have 9 dots. And then the rim is 5, 3, 5, 3. 5 above, 5 below, 3 on each side. So I have my own diagram of what's going on this cube. I right now work in 9s, and usually I work in full squares. For me, a full square value, okay, is going to be valued, it's supposed to be valued at 35. If you were to go to a roulette table and you take out a square, you will get 35. But we have a problem here. And we have a problem because we need an area that we can place a chip here, and that I can place a chip over here and over here and over here and over here. And at the same time that I can connect all my chips, okay, to the heart, okay, of Union Jack. 49 or 94, Uranus. The reverse planet is Earth. Its polarity through the E world, which is standard from AB, because on AB the word stops over here. Your DNA from the spirit of time or the soul, which or whatever else you want to do with number 19, but the reality of the 19 is it extends, okay, from what is noted to be man. And for me, what is noted to be man is, this might be a little off-tracky over here. Okay, I don't have it, but I'll do it really quick. I'll do it really quick. Okay, what it is this is a Gematria scale. I'm going to have to make it new. And just give me a minute for a second. We have to fix something up over here. Okay, I do love you. I really, 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 really do love you. And I would squish you. But I don't think you like squishy too much, right? And I really understand you. And you weigh a ton. Are you eating the mice in the house? You're eating all those cookies up. I'm telling you, my computer keeps saying, can you have the cookies? Accept the cookies? I accept the cookies. I never see them. You must be eating all the cookies. And where's the mouse? I see the mouse. What about you? What's going on with you? You have a good day today? I love you. I really do. So why am I not spending more time with you? How come? Oh my God, so many decisions to make in life. I let you be free. And now you're with me. And we're going to kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a nose kiss. Give me a nose kiss. Kiss. You want to see something really cool? I'm going to show you. I'm a little. What is to be a little boy going to school? Okay, the little boy going to school, and now I got a cattail in the way, and the little boy is right over. See the little boy? I want to go to school. Oh no, he's a medical nurse of some sort, right? Medical nurse, pretty cool, eh? It's a cow. The medical cow. So now, since I have the medical cow, I'm going to add that to the story because this is the story of what my brain has seen in life and how it twists and it ties everything together by the obligation of the sun cube. There are 6 sides in rotation to 9 numbers. 9 times 6 equals to 54. Number 54 is the sun. 9 times 6. Now 9 times 6 is a rotational number because the mathematics of what creates day and night is number 33, where 3 times 3 and 3 plus 3 will equal to 6 and 9. The polarity on a dice of 3 is 4. The numeric value that fits in between, although it is 0.5, it is 7 times 0.5 because the value to the center of this cube is 3.5. The difference between the 3 and the 4 is 1. That is where I got the value of 0.5. They're both half away from the center, both meeting on the line. They'd have to become 1 into a ball, now being part on both sides and intertwined. Otherwise, together, they take up separated area space. So the yin and the yang. Intertwining the passage of 33 and 44. 44 is created and will be the day and the night. 33 will be the rotation. And usually everything has to be in art form. So the basic art form in first dimension for rotation is, we'll start with number 8. We do know that it is 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 6. So now let's create this. Here is my 6. So, and here is my 9. Do you notice that there's my 6 and my 9? We're going to build a starship, a station. We just built a 6 and a 9. 7. Seven come 11. That would be the first one, 7 come 11. But anyways, let's move on. We're going to show you 7, 11 in here a little bit deeper. So we're going to continue on, and we're going to see how this rotation works. And there you go. That is the finite rotation of 6 and 9, in which creates 2 wings. So if this was a plane running around the pole, your 6 and 9 would create the 2 wings up that pole. And we can take this one step deeper, okay? we can take this one step deeper. How can I take this one step deeper? I go here and I stretch out and let me see, I'm on this line and I go here. And then I can stretch out deeper over here if I want. I can close it like that. We can do it like that. Or I can do the same thing, come up to here, one, and then follow it all the way down. This one could have been made. How was this one to be made? It shouldn't have been made on the inside, should it? Should it have been made? But that's basically my 6 and 9. And then if we do it with this one, and don't forget, once we begin it, okay, we can look on the keyboard that the 5 key is where that design comes to play. Here down here is the 9, here up here is the 6. Do you not see the 6 and 9 in here? And the 7, sometimes you see the 7 with that in it, because for me, what it is it's that. On the angle, it always takes up that picnic table extra space. So this becomes 76. What is the spirit of 76? And here is your split. Here's one ace, and here's the other ace. There's 2 aces. This one is, what are the angles? If you explain to me the angles, I can explain to you another story. But at the same time, anything that has an angle is going to have dimension to it. This will look like the number 8, which is the percentage sign. And the 8, remember, 8 and 9, okay, revert back to 6. It is the heavens of the birth in the life of one. There is no life without the spirit, 19, and man comes in. And that's what I started to tell you. And man comes in because it's A through M, then N. Amen. A through M is the first 13 numerics, 616 of Gematria counting. Then we begin the next cycle at N. We begin the next cycle at N. It's A through M, then N. It is 91, the spirit of man. And how do we get there? You need number 13 to create that spirit. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4. And the spirit of man is created. So what do you mean? Well, it depends if you want to take out the bat or the bar. You take out the bat, you get number 12. You take out the bar, you get number 13. 1 times 2 equals to 2. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 3 plus 2 equals to 5. So we have the E world, which extends from number 12, which is the bat. But guess what? It's Batgirl. Sorry, it's not Batgirl, it's Batwoman. What would be girl? Number 27. 6 times 3, 6 plus 3, which is created by 77. 7 times 7 equals 49. 7 plus 7 equals to 14. Equals to 63. Now, where do we get these 7s from? 4 and 3, 2 and 5, 6 and 1. That's where we get them on the cube. Otherwise, where else can we get the 7s from? Well, what about 9 plus 7 equals to 16? That's a 7. What about 8 plus 8 equals to 16? That's a 7. 6 plus 1, 7. 6 plus 1, 7. That's the 7 of 4 worlds because it's in the plus. If it's an X, it chops up a box. So I was going to tell you before how I came to the roulette numbers and how I come to Union Jack. Well, what it is the word Mars, okay, is the 13th letter. It is the first letter. It is the 18th letter. And it is the 19th letter, irregardless where I put them in a word. But the alphabet does not start on A1. The alphabet doesn't start till further on. The alphabet starts at FA6, 610 actually. I'll explain that. It's all about A, B, C, D. Everything. I'm on 2 subjects here. ABC is standard, and ABC is standard. That means 60 together is a standard. When D comes in as an add-on. ABC equals to 6, and D brings it to the value of 10. So when we add on to 60 into 70 in French, we bring all 60 together. Unlike an 80, okay, which is the inverted world to 60, which is 4 20s. 6 and 2. Here's your 80. You are the polarity, that 6 to that 1. The polarity 6 to the 1. I'm going to show you with this. I'm going to try to go there right away. So when you have this 8 compared to this 8, both 1 and 6 will join, overlapping this. Let me just show you. Yeah, it's over here. Here's the basic. I got to go to the kitchen for a minute. A goes all the way to E, and F goes all the way to B. But F and E are polarities. They never come together. That's number 16. That's part of the 7th gate. And number 1, look up the value of number 1. It's 3 and 4, 34. Look up the value of number 6. It's 5 and 2. Okay, just give me, I'm going to be about a minute here in the kitchen. I'm going to be a minute in the kitchen here. Just give me a minute. I'm coming back in a minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'm coming back in 1 minute. I'm coming back in 1 minute. Right where I left off. Okay. Now, we're talking about how we're going to connect to Mars and how these numbers work. Let me see that I didn't get lost in my numbers. Okay, there's a lot of numbers. I'm a little bit out of sync of where I should start, but this is bar mitzvah. This is bat mitzvah. This is the girl, and this is the boy. It is the woman and the man. The difference is number 38. This will go to the moon. Union Jack. What is number 35? This is the way 35 will connect. What is the payout? Why 35? Why is the creation from the 7th gate number 63 when we're only talking about 35? Okay, we reduce all our numbers. Okay, if it's 85, it's going to be 58. right? You're just telling two different stories. The heavens of the E-world of the heavens. So, and what side it's on, I have to figure that little play out, but the mathematics have to remain the same. So this comes into what is roulette. Now, how is it Union Jack? What goes on? Here is Mars, and Mars totals 51. Because of the art and because of their numbers and because of what went on in the world, this is what the description is. The inverse to this over here is N, Z, I, and H. Heinz. It doesn't matter if it's out of order. That's what it says. Okay. The AR is Venus. It is Venus spirit, to where what we have to understand is 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 12, and 0, 7 equals to 19. So man is where S is, 1 all the way and connecting to 9. You see, we connect. Now we're going to connect 1 and 9, 10. So 10 is a connection of 2. So the actual reality is, okay, 1 plus 9, although it equals to 10, its average is 5. It is a 1-5 average, and it is a 9-5 average, or 5-9. (33) in creation and rotation of Jesus Christ times number 47 equals to 1551. What is noted to be Mars? What is noted to be the dog queen? Because 6 and 2 will create what is 77. 6 and 1, 5 and 2. Now the 6 and 1, 5 and 2, when 5 and 1 comes together, what is happening right here is it's 1 and 2 in its third dimension or fourth dimension. Yes, in the first dimension, it is. In the first dimension, it is 1 and 1 that created according to Fibonacci. So I come there and I create from 1 and 2, and that's all the moves I make. Now 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create 3 and 2, and then it'll create 6 and 5. That inverts the cube. That inverts the cube. It goes from the beginning and to the end. The first 2 from the beginning, the first 2 from the end. It's funny that we start off with this, but you know what the end ends up with? This. We begin with this, and we end up with this. How so? 6 times 5, 30. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 and 30, 41. So what we started off as 5, we end up at 41. So our first 5, which is a 0, 5, can it be a 0, 0, 5? Because of how it was created. I don't want to get into that, but that's something new on my scale also. I never thought about that. What is 5? So everything that recreates into 5 belongs to the original creation of standing, okay? Because this is first and this is second. So for me, that's the vowel. It says stand, abstand, abstand, and this is TH. The 5 and 6 are 6th and 5th. But they're not only 5th and 6th, they are from Mars, ST, because they're also first from last. Sorry, the 5 gets an ND. The 5 gets a DNA. The 6 gets an ST, a spirit time. I'm not really sure. There's a little dog that you can see that's created between the S and the T. So what happens over here? This is EIO. I don't know what to say. This is the sky. 55 is the sky. 55 is past. 55 is December. 99 is Jupiter. 99 is 13. And we know that it is man at 13. I have to work with what they told me. They told me about the bat lady came in here. So I know if the bat lady comes in, we know the enclosure comes in with man. 1 year after the bat lady comes in. So now the bat lady came in 2020. We're into the second year of the bat lady. So being the second year of the Bat Lady, you have to understand what basic creation is. We're right here into the Bat Lady. 2020, 2021, actually we're in the third. After the third, we will flip over the next year. 2020, although it's 2019, you had to come from somewhere into something. So the full year was 2020 was over here. This is 2020, 2021, 2022. So now it also started closer to the New Year's, Hebrew New Year's, which follows the sun. So that means the polarity flip from this. We have to complete. Do we have to complete this year? If I go ending September 2020, ending September 2021, ending September. So the 3 years complete will be 2022, somewhere September, October. That is the standard for the norm. This is going to be the basic norm once you get 3 years in. That becomes the basic norm before the fourth year turns everything upside down. But this is added to your clock. But it's not only added, when it comes to 80, it's no longer the same. It's now 4 divided worlds when you come to 80, and that's when you come to the fourth year. 4 divided worlds. When you come to 90, there's a commander, and that is, let's go 2 more years. So we got this. So what is number 74? Well, if we look up 74, okay, hold on a second. I didn't take a long enough break. I needed to take a couple of more minutes. Oh God, come on. Let me just, I'm just trying to erase some windows here. See where I stand. Where is my Gematria? Okay, only have one. Okay, let me look up where my Gematria, where's my special pages? Oh, in the new window? Gematria. Okay, here it is. Okay, here. Come on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to set up. I'm taking 2 more minutes. I have to check my stuff on the oven. I promise I'm not going to take so many breaks. If you have something to say or somebody wants to say something, please, nobody's saying anything. It's pretty silent. So when it's silent like that, I just try to take advantage of it and, just do my thing, right? Just give me a minute. Maybe you want to take a look at something. Let me see what I can put up there. You can take a look at the Monopoly car, or here's the chalice. This is one of Grant's mirrors, and I just cut it out and showed there's a chalice inside of here. And then there's a piece of Tesla's work. I used Tesla's numbers to create this. So it's almost like there's something nuclear in the center of everything. And then here's basically the way the roulette board is set up. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll be back. Take 5. Take 5 minutes. Where's my pepper? 5 minutes. Three minutes. One minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, now. Mars says Heinz. The letters of Heinz create Union Jack. To bet the roulette numbers, the same design is right here. This is the design of 8. This is the pole. Within one number. The payout of the number is 35 to 1. I don't have to extend this too long to show the next number, right? See the way it goes cube size? Now you can almost see like it's a dimension. It goes this way and this way like a corner. When you have two cubes, you now have like a corner. It's not two cubes next to each other. See the way it seems like it's, how can I show the corner this way and the corner this way? It's folding. Perhaps, but anyways, don't take me for that. What else am I going to say about this? So this becomes Union Jack. Heinz is what creates it. The numeric value for Heinz is 57. Numeric value for Mars is 51. When we design 51, as I showed you, it's over here. Earth is 52. Or more or less, should I be designing Earth as 52? I'm not really sure which way to do it, but I'm just looking at that one passage over here. Forget about that. The two of them together equal to 108. 4 times 27 equals to 108. 4 by 27 equals to 80 and 28. What is the cycle of the heavens' rotations of 6. If 8's over here, you're going to have 6 over here. And that's automatically going to go to the cube. And this is the cycle, 28. We were working on before, what is 84? Well, in the first dimension of 84, we end up here. Point 0. We're going to call point 0 Mars. And the reason I call point 0 Mars, for one of the reasons, is the 1 dot to the 8 heavens. And if it's the 8 heavens, it's the 8 heavens of Neptune. It'll be Neptune, and it will be Neptune and Mercury. As well, it's going to be inverted to what is Venus and Pluto. Now, we are also going to take this, what is both Jupiter and Mercury and Neptune, and what is Jupiter and Venus and Pluto. Ten and 16 come together. The cycle creates this. 22 is life. 22 is also ape. 22 is what creates 2 times 2, 2 plus 2, is what's going to recreate this situation over here. This situation recreates this situation. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. So there's 2 ways to get there. So we just don't forget this in time. You see the difference between 32 and 12? 22. Fits right in there, just perfect. 16 times and 6 times. 6 and 16, reading rail, and what's the other one in Monopoly? So let's go on to the next one here. 24. What 24 is going to do? It's 24 is now going to create 14. How so? This was A equation. Then this was where was the B equation that got to 44? 8 times 4a plus 4. So that's the A equation. This is the B equation. So the next equation would be number 24. And I'm just so upset that I just keep messing up my paper. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 plus 4 equals 6 plus 8 equals to 14. So I started with A. Then from A I got B. The result from A was B. The result was C. The result is D. Do I take this one more? Well, I'm going to take this one more. And 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 5 and 4. Or 4 and 5. So you see we had a total over here. Actually, this is going to be my total of 9. So E is going to total to 9. And what's ironic about these is that the 5 on the cube inverts to 9, which when that happens, the total the face also is 9. The around the cube is 14. 21 and 3. The cube as well, 21 and 3. Why this is the cube? Because that was a different equation. Hold on a second. The cube, the 3 sides of the cube and the 21, the 4 corners of the cube, the 8 void of the cube. There's a lot of stories in here about the cube. Let's just stop about that. Just note that number 74 and 64 are gone and 34 are gone, right? So the 5 and 4. So what happens to 5 and 4? It's not the same. So we're going to multiply the 5 times 4, 5 plus 4. I'm going to continue that situation. I don't want to end up down with a single. So I'm going to continue that. And that'll give me 20 plus 9 equals to 29. So the E will then, it'll be 5 times, hold on a second, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4. So I'm just trying to understand some equals 5 and equals to 4. This equal to 16 and 8 equals to 24. 5 and 4 equals to 9. So I went 5 and 4, 9. So this world divides. In the E world, it must divide. Because I have an answer of 9, and I must continue it, I am continuing from within 2 single digits. And it happens in the E world. And that's when I come up with 20 and then 9. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4. This becomes the IT world, and it is the split world in the EIT. 8. Tie. You know, I saw my cat lie down. I didn't know she didn't tell the truth. Where else am I in here? Hold on. I want to see if anybody has said anything. No comments here. Okay, we're good. And no one's here. What's happening over here? 2 currently watching. No comments. Okay, so I can go back to my video. I'm watching the screen. I'm watching the screen. Where was I? I'm a little lost on the screen. We're talking about Mars. We talked about Heinz creating through the letters Union Jack. We've noted that the 33 creation of the mass and time. These numeric values say the words mass and time, and rotation of 6 and 9 in the 000 gateway. The design that we just created over here, 9 and 6. You see the distance it goes? This one's going this way. This one's going down this way. This is time, and this is mass. It creates 1551, which creates 6226, and that is through Mars. This also shows the cube, where the cube comes from, and the freedom comes from within the cube at 1551. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. I'm going to show you that. That is the cube. That's the area on the roulette wheel where the cube comes in. See the cube right over here? That area right there is 1551. Sorry, it's 111 when it's recreated down to its single digit in the center. So where am I? We can also go 5112 and make it 525, and this will be the Q gateway, because the mathematics, okay, 1 and 1 is 2, 11. This is your creation. If I would bring this to the end, I will create another 5 over here. I will flip this over. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals to 7 and 10, 17. 5 plus 2, 5 times 2. So now we'd have 17 and 17, which will create 7 and 8 and 7 and 8, which create 71, 17, or 727. And that is going to tell me about the Venus gate. When a big red sun, 14 and 09. And we did this already. And within 14, within the band of a cube 14, we will recreate 5 and 4, 9. This will create the DNA into the sun. This is going to say 6 and 9 and 8 and 9 because of what is located right over here, all around 1. What is all around 1? According to this, all around that center are 8 areas. According to this, all around that 1 is 8 areas. According to that telephone, okay, all around that. So I have to assume that is what it is. So now I'm going to assume that our planets aren't aligned the way they say they are aligned, because the numbers don't tell that truth. The numbers tell a different truth of what's going on. Even the illusion of the 9 lives of the cat, in which these 9 are actually separators. They're all valued at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're valued at 8, each and every one of them. So that value is at 72. And the reason for that is because if you're into the game of roulette, every one of those markings are in between 4 areas, and it pays 8 to 1. So if you put a chip on every single one, you would get 72, 9 by 8, 72, plus the 9 chips, which equals to 81, 72 forever, and the 9 birth equals to the 81 Venus, the spirit in Mercury and Pluto. When you invert the reality, if we use the cube towards the planets, we would go Mercury. Imagine if you had a cord and you pulled Mercury. Planet. Anyways, let's not get into that. You'd have Mercury, you'd have Venus, you have Earth, You have Mars. You have Jupiter. You have Saturn. Whoop. We cannot go any further. We must stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what we do on the other side of the dice, we go Pluto on the other side of the dice, but we actually cannot start at Pluto. We're actually not supposed to be starting at Mercury either. We can't start at Pluto because the heavens, okay, the heavens actually start at Neptune. And then Venus gets Uranus. And then Earth gets Earth gets Saturn. Mars will get 876. Mars will get Jupiter. 87654, and Jupiter will get Mars. And that's how the inversion will go. And I'm actually going to take this planet, okay, and throw it in here with Pluto. Pluto will end up in here in this planet, according to this. But also according to this, okay, since the totality and the 9th planet that exists, there's a chance that Mercury lives within us, and we all live inside of Pluto, which is living inside of Jupiter, unless Pluto is the planet of who we are. Something in that effect. I'm not really sure. And the funny thing is 13 for the letter M and 23 for the letter W. That's the basic AB creation. 3 is, if you want to know what 3 is, well, 3, if we have to work with, how can I explain this? 21st. The alpha, the alpha omega, the beginning and the end, the omega. Well, I like to look at the omega as the beginning and the end because here's the beginning and here's the end. And I'm assuming that's the life we live. Anyways, 21st is the first time since we said first. So there's a possibility that we are counting from this area over here. 21st, that's the first time it happens. Then there's 31st. That's the second. Then there's 41st. So at 51st, you have now found the polarity in love. And that is Mars. Mars, Jupiter, that means Jupiter, Mars. The total between the two is 150. The single digit total of the two is 51. 1 and 9 equals 10. 5 and 9 equals 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. But because there is a 0, okay, the question is, because there is, we're not going to count to the single digit over here. We had a 10. And when there's a 10, okay, 1 plus 0 equals 1. When there's a 0 involved inside of it, we are going to either add on 6 or we're going to add on 8. I always add on 6. The 8 is the polarity. It is the connected heavens, but you cannot be on both sides. So I would add 6 to 51, and that would now create 57. If it added 9, it would be 59, and that would be within the house, the E world. You're not on 5. You're in between 5 and 9, passing of the 7th gate. So we brought this dimension to Venus. We talked about the dots. We have the 9 dots. Now, if I use this scenario in a different context and just counted, we have 4 squares in the center, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8. And how many in between? We have 4, 2, 4, 2. 1 square here, 1 square here, 1 square here, and 1 square here. 1 square here, 1 square here, 1 square here, 1 square here. I only filled in those squares. I didn't want to connect any other squares. So if I don't connect any other squares, this corner square, when you cross 2 squares between each other, you automatically create that illusional square boxed in. Okay, let's just change this. The number of boxes is 424. The reason I'm saying that is because that is the understanding of your number 24. The number 5, what is special again, where you always see 5 and 9 coming together, is that the value to number 5 is 42. So it is the creator of that 9 lives of the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. At the same time, 9 has the same numeric value of 42, and so does the cat. But the cat comes in at 24, the same way the clock comes in. So I'm trying to think of where we put these numbers, but I'm using them in basic fashion. So now we have the gateway over here. So if I had to put numbers to this in each one of these boxes, I do not know what I would do. Secondly, I do have to understand that in the game of roulette, all my numbers are this size, and they're not this size. How many of these do I need for this? Well, this is created out of 2, 4, 6, 8 boxes. So I'm going to create this from 2. So I'm going to create 2 of these. There are 2 of these over here, 2 of them. So that's 2 numbers. So I'm 4 by 2. I'm automatically know that right over here is going to be 17 to 1. I already know over here is 17 to 1, and I already know that over here, did I see? Let me see that again. No, I know over here is 8 to 1. I know over here is 8 to 1. I know it's 17 here. 8, 17, 8. 1 and 7 is 8. So through 88 is number 17. Through 88 is number 17. And here my pillars, 8 and 8, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 8 and 8, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 8 and 8, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7, 7, 7, when you multiply it, 343, CDC. 19 and 19, it will begin to reflect the moon and the spirit of man, DC. Remember the polarity of the mass of rotation of 33. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. This also, that 3 and 3 are standard, and then once you come into this world, it becomes the 4th world, it becomes the other side. The other side, see, one side is the 4, the other side is the 3, the E world, the number 5, the halfway is through this cube, through number 4. And what's special about 3 and 4 is that, you see, 4, if it had to go into 6, it touches its dots, right? See the opening? See the passage opening, but through number 5, look at that, it's closed. Through number 2, it's closed. So through number 5 and through number 2, okay, they're both closed. Unless they were connectors, this one would connect top here. These would connect top and bottom, depending on how you open up this cube and how we connect these dots. So we have 2 Union Jacks inside of this creation. But if we went back to the single creation, to this creation, where we had to have a core in the middle, the minimum size would have to be this. This would have to be the minimum size of that. Because once you have this inside of it, okay, you have to go minimum of 3. And you can keep it like that. We're no longer working in squares now. And no longer working in squares, my angles are all going to start to change. And now we're going to end up in the hexagon, what I like to call the hexagon. You can also go the pentagram. Looks like a choo-choo train. Because they all have this. They all have one line like that. And in order to create that passing single line, you must create 2 overlapping images like that, and I'm not sure if you can see, but one of these little lines is going to be in between, and that's one of the ways, or I think the only way, you can create that fish and the minus side. Through this, the reason for that now, if I was to place a chip, I can now place a chip in between these two dots, and it'll give me an area to place my chips the same way. I couldn't do it any other way. But we do have to know that 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, 32, and 35 is the only time we can create this formation. Because if it was 3, 6, 9, okay, I could not put this on 3, 6, 9. And if I did put this on 3, 6, 9, this would be okay. But in 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, ape, spirit, the half-life of man, creation of the seventh gate of Jesus of time, 25, 28, earth, the cycle, 31, man again, between man and wan, 13 and 31, 13, 31. 11 times 11 times 11, 1331, basic cycle, 161, the cubic world. You come down to here, and what happens, you can't bet on this side, because over here is going to be between two sets of numbers. So instead of being that, that's now, I think, going to be 6 to 1 or 5 to 1. And then over here, a row of numbers is going to be 11 to 1. So I'm not sure. So that's the key. It is the 6 numbers, and then it's the 3 numbers on how you block up in that roulette bet. I'm getting a little tired, an hour and 46 minutes. I'm going to check out my my Odyssey. It says there's no one here, but I'm going to look on YouTube and see what's going on. Let me see what's going on. It says it's live. Let me see what's happening with YouTube here. It's not showing me anything. Wow, it never reconnected. Hold on a second. That's not fun for me. Just hold on a second. Whoa. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm showing my book. Just give me 1 second. There's something wrong somewhere. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I don't see my YouTube channel. I'm looking for it right now. Live. It shows live 1 watching. But I go to it and it's not it. Now, just give me a second before I start to talk again. I got something wrong here, and I don't like it. Okay, so this is a little bit better. Wow. Okay, so this is. Okay, let me see. This was. Let me see. Okay, so let me finish off with what I made you wait for. The roulette payout is 35 to 1. 35 will say ho, 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 as like in from Venus, H2O, in which that Venus is connected, okay, to the void of Uranus. Now, in the void, somehow must be the oceans, okay? The oceans are what comes and fills the void. is it Mercury, Neptune that comes to fill the void? Now, that would be the greatest distance is 1 through 9, leaving what 8 is all around 1. To what is, I'm not even sure where to go. We were talking about 60, 70, and 80 and why 60. Anyways, nobody else is here. I'm going to check on YouTube and see if somebody can say something to me to give me a little incentive to stick around. I got to go back to the kitchen. And if nobody's on, and it looks like nobody's on right now, I'm a little bit tired. And I want to thank you for watching. And what I suggest to everybody is that I'd like you to download these videos and save them just in case somebody wants to see them all. I don't know who might want to. And then again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Peace and love. Feel that inner vibration. Thank you.